Here's how to crush your limiting beliefs and the one thing you need to do so you don't keep reliving them. Your past thoughts, emotions, and beliefs will only create more of what you're already experiencing in life. So if you want to change any part of your life, you must first change your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs so they do not continue to recreate from past consciousness or experiences. To do this, you need to create a new state of consciousness and live in it as though you're already experiencing a new future. We are told, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But do we know that a man's thinking follows the tracks laid down in his own inner conversations? To turn the tracks to which he's tied in the direction he wants to go, he must put off his former conversation, which is called the old man, and be renewed in the spirit of his mind. Speech is the image of mind. Therefore, to change his mind, he must first change his speech. By speech is meant those mental conversations we carry on with ourselves in secret. The world is a magic circle of infinite possible mental transformations, for there are infinite number of possible mental conversations. When man discovers the creative power of inner talking, he will realize his function and his mission in life. Then he can act to a purpose. Without such knowledge, he acts unconsciously. Everything is a manifestation of the mental conversations which go on in us without our being aware of them. But as civilized beings, we must become aware of them and act with a purpose. A man's mental conversations attracts his life. As long as there's no change in his inner talking, the personal history of the man remains the same. To attempt to change the world before we change our inner talking is to struggle against the very nature of things. Man can go round and round and round in the same circle of disappointments and misfortunes, not seeing them as caused by his own negative inner talking, but as caused by others. You need to begin to shift your thoughts and feelings and act like the person you want to be. Clothe yourself in these thoughts and feelings daily. You see, we are conditioned to believe what is possible and not possible based on our past experiences. For example, if you've always struggled to make money, you would have beliefs that money is hard to come by and life is a struggle. If you go from diet to diet unable to lose weight, you have beliefs around weight loss based on your past failures that keep you from achieving weight loss the next time you try, even if the new method you're using could easily give you weight loss. If you have constant struggles in relationships, you may have beliefs that you're unlovable, that all the good ones are taken, or that you just aren't ever going to be enough for the kind of partner you wish to have in your life. By visualizing, feeling, and living in a new result or a new outcome, you are crushing your old beliefs and showing your mind, emotions, body, and every cell within that this new opportunity exists as a possibility for you. And after conditioning yourself again and again to think, feel, and act as though this new outcome has already happened in your life, you have now created a new belief that not only is this possible, that it is already your reality, and in doing so, it is inevitable that this will become a reality for you, so long as you don't fall back into those old beliefs. Now, this is where the true battle lies. You must guard your thoughts and emotions from past limiting beliefs and hold with passion and determination your vision of your end result as though you are already experiencing it. Let nothing stand in your way of believing and acting as though this is your new reality. Now, this is important to be made aware of. You can't solve a problem from the level of consciousness that created the problem. And as long as you stay in the level of consciousness that created it, the problem or limitation will exist. The only way to solve your problem is to remove yourself from the consciousness of it. Now, here is the secret. As long as you are reaffirming your problem by constantly thinking about it, feeling stressed, anxious, guilty, or any other negative emotion, or talking about it to others, then your problem will remain in your life. Consciousness is the only reality. The consciousness of the problem that you are continuing to remain in by acknowledging it in various forms is continuing to reaffirm your problem into your current reality. So you must first remove yourself from all consciousness of the problem. So how do you do that? It sometimes seems impossible to remove yourself from something that's seemingly making your life difficult or unpleasant. But you can. Every successful person has done it. Whether they realize it or not, you must completely remove your attention from your problem. Stop thinking about it. Stop feeling negative emotion about it. Stop trying to find a solution from the consciousness of being in the problem. And above all, stop talking to others about it unnecessarily. Now remember, this is very important. Talking to oneself is a habit everyone indulges in. We could no more stop talking to ourselves than we could stop eating and drinking. All that we can do is control the nature and the direction of our inner conversations. Now, most of us are totally unaware of the fact that our inner conversations are the causes of the circumstance of our life. Now, if you have a secret affection of living in the mud of self-pity and condemnation, your world will mirror those feelings. But if you will rearrange your mind and live in the heavenly feeling of harmony and love, your manifested world will change. If today you will spend 5 minutes in uncritical observation of yourself, you'd be surprised to discover how deceitful you are. It's a terrible shock, I know, but every shock of this type will let in the light of awareness. And life is an ever-increasing illumination. As the light comes in, you become more aware, more conscious of who you really are. There's only one cause for the phenomena of life. Only by observing your own consciousness can you discover the cause of what is happening to you. Now, by observing your reactions to life, you can find yourself. And remember, as long as you react as you do, the same things must confront you. For all that you admit is made manifest by your consciousness, and everything you manifest is your consciousness. Stop walking through the world in the mud and living in its basement. Your soul is made up of all that you consent to. Lose your soul on one level, and you will find it on a higher level, defined differently. Always examine yourself uncritically. For the moment you become critical, you automatically justify your reactions and associate yourself with the thing observed. Think noble thoughts based on noble concepts, and they will pay great dividends, for you will rise in consciousness and transform your world. Never envy the good fortune of another. Simply appropriate your own. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, by changing the ideas planted there, for you cannot change your thinking until you change the ideas from which your thoughts flow. Desire is your mainspring of action, for you cannot move without desire. Ask yourself, what do you really want? And then formulate your desire. Feel its presence, and you have granted yourself the desire's fulfillment. Human life is nothing more than the appeasement of hunger. An infinite series of levels of awareness is the means to satisfy that hunger. Health is a desire, a hunger, which can be appeased when the idea is formulated in the mind that I am healthy. The same is true for wealth, peace, harmony, or fame, for all of these are states of awareness. Identify yourself with the state desired. Persist in the identification, in what you are conscious of, you outpicture in your world. In the book of Revelations, we are told, I will give to every being according to his work. The only work you are called upon to do is work on yourself. Start this work by observing your reactions to life. As you move up or down the level of your being, changes will occur in your life. You are now resting at a certain level. Arise by breaking the threads of life that bind you to the state you are now in. Break these threads by changing your thoughts, for only as you rise within, you will find a corresponding change without or in your outer world. If you identify yourself with an unlovely state, you will find yourself sinking into it. But you can rise within yourself by breaking your automatic mechanical reactions to life and sacrificing your present level of being. Turn against the psychological ideas that govern your behavior and the dominant mood which governs your actions and reactions to life. If at this moment your feelings are not noble, turn against them, for they are your psychological mother. This is done by putting new feeling in their place. You cannot change your thinking until you change your feeling, and all feelings come from ideas. If you're not hungry enough to transcend your present level of consciousness, you will not conceive of anything greater. As long as you are in love with the state you are in, you cannot change and will not rise from it. Without the vertical line of states, life would have no meaning. The ancients called this infinite series Jacob's Ladder. You do not build this ladder, rather you climb it through self-discovery. Start climbing. If you found this video valuable, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear your feedback. And if you'd like to learn more about how you can be the best version of yourself so you can create the life you want, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.